After 2 years of marriage, I realized I'm still in love with my ex. I can't shake these feelings. My wife and I have been married for 2 years, and we've been together for a total of 5. We own a nice home, and the idea of starting a family has been something we've started to talk about more often. I have a stable and well-paying job as a lawyer, which I fought tooth and nail to achieve, and it gives us a very comfortable life. My wife works as a secretary. She's never been particularly ambitious about her career. Her dream has always been to be a stay-at-home mom, maybe dabble in painting on the side. For a long time, that was fine with me. I believed we were happy, and that I could be content living this life with her. But then, a month ago, something happened that shook that sense of contentment. I went out with some old friends from university for drinks, something I hadn't done in a while. And my ex-girlfriend from college was there. We dated for about 8 months before I broke things off right before starting law school, and she'd been devastated. At the time, she had this intense, almost overwhelming love for me, but I didn't feel the same way. I remember those nights when she'd occasionally text me late at night after drinking, pouring out her feelings and talking about how much she still wanted me back. At the time, it irritated me. Part of me felt pity because I thought she was so caught up in the past. I had moved on quickly, diving into a new relationship that would eventually become my marriage, and I didn't really give her a second thought after a while. Seeing her now, though, was a shock. 5 years had passed, and she was no longer the heartbroken girl from college. She was stunning, radiant even. She had gone on to become a lawyer herself, graduating at the top of her class and landing prestigious clerkships. She looked happy, and I couldn't help but notice the way she carried herself with so much confidence. She was there with her boyfriend, a successful dentist, and honestly, they were like this powerhouse couple that lit up the entire room. They were attractive, engaging, and looked genuinely thrilled to be with each other. She hugged me, said hello, and treated me as if we were just two friends catching up, not as exes with a past. While she was telling stories about running marathons and her exciting travels with her boyfriend, I found myself feeling envious. She was magnetic, clever, and articulate, and everyone around her seemed captivated. She was thriving, and it was a stark contrast to my own situation at home. My wife has changed over the years. She's less driven than she was when we first met. She's content with her low-paying job that she has no intention of advancing in, and she's put aside her art degree. Exercise isn't on her radar, and she's slowly but steadily gaining weight. I realize now that she has settled into a routine that doesn't challenge her, or frankly, me. She isn't someone who pushes me to grow or who brings out my best. I love her, of course, but that evening with my ex made me question if the life I chose is truly the life I want. It's been over a month since that night, and I can't get her, my ex, out of my head. I keep thinking about what my life might have looked like had I stayed with her instead. Would I be more driven, more inspired, happier? It's an ugly thought, one I'm ashamed of, but it's been haunting me every day since then. This what-if has dug into me like a splinter, making me wonder if I made a terrible mistake. Now I don't know what to do. Part of me wants to reach out to see if there's any way to reconnect, even just to see where she's at. Another part of me thinks maybe I should just go to therapy, try to sort out these conflicted feelings and focus on my marriage. But that's the problem. I can't shake this deep sense of regret. I'm haunted by this feeling that maybe, just maybe, I chose the wrong path. So here I am, torn between moving forward with the life I built or trying to untangle these thoughts of what might have been. What would you do? How do you let go of the feeling that you might have made a huge mistake?